Hi, I'm Liv, podcasting from Italy.
And I'm Tina, podcasting from the Philippines. Welcome to
Merienda Therapy Podcast,
a show where we celebrate our 40s one merienda at a time. Hello! Welcome to the very first episode of Merienda Therapy. My name is Tina.
Hi everyone! Welcome sa ating, first episode ng Merienda Therapy. This is Liv and I'm podcasting from Italy. In this episode of Merienda Therapy, we're going to talk about everything about being in our 40s and getting into our 40s. So we have two friends joining us today to join us in our chikahan. So we have Bevs. Hi, Bevs.
Hi. Hi, Tina and Liv.
Hello. Welcome to our podcast. Bevs is in her late 30s, recently married, works as an architect, and is based in Singapore. So thank you again for joining us. And then another friend joining us today is May. Hi, May.
Hi.
Hi, May. She's also a friend. She is just like Tina and me in her 40s. She works as an architect and is based in Singapore. And most important thing to say, she is single and ready to mingle. Tama ba, May? Tama ba yun?
Yes.
Yes. Welcome both of you sa first episode ng aming podcast na Coming of Middle Age.
Before we dig into our topic, merienda time. So, we will share our merienda. Mine is egg pie. I made this. It's a childhood favorite bakery treat. Hindi lang siya kasing ganda ng mga nabibili. But I made sure na Pinoy ang merienda ko for the first episode. What's your merienda, Bevs?
Mine is suman from the Philippines.
Miss ko na yan.
Suman with buko from the Philippines.
Special. Sounds special.
Yeah.
Imported pa. Ikaw, May, yung bawal kainin.
I know, right? Kasi I recently just came from Hong Kong. So I bought this in Hong Kong. It's like one of their cookies. So
Wow naman.
trying it out. And some tea.
Yes, and Liv.
Meron akong, tingnan natin kung makita siya.
Wow.
Chocolate cake.
Baked by
Ayan.
Liv.
Nag-bake ako. Nakita ba siya? So,
Chocolate.
Chocolate cake with zucchini. Proud ako dyan. Kasi hindi mo talaga ako bake. So, nakaka-moist siya. And I think nakuha ko yung tips na yun kay Teen dun sa isang chat group na puro merienda din ang pinag-uusapan namin. So, ayan. So, chocolate cake and salabat.
So while you're digging into your merienda, I'll dig into the topic. Quick kwento muna. So for the past few months, I've been on this journey of self-discovery following quite a painful heartache. So what helped me a lot was reading up and researching on Carl Jung's psychoanalysis because he's big on this topic of getting to know yourself. And while doing so, I came across what he said about this 1932 quotation, life begins at 40. So he said, life really does begin at 40. Up until then, you're just doing research. And napaisip ako, oo nga no, whatever I know now, whatever I'm doing now, I learned from the previous 20 years of adulting. Kasi in my 20s, I was more into exploring what I wanted to do in my life, my work, and then there were trial and errors. And then came my 30s. That was a time when I went to Singapore. So I felt very independent. And I also started cooking my own food. Kasi previous to Singapore experience, I hated cooking. So hindi talaga ako marunong magluto. It was only in Singapore when I started cooking because that was also the time when my mom was diagnosed with cancer. So naging conscious ako with what I was eating. So I had to cook for myself. And since she was sick also, I also became financially responsible because I was helping out with the medication costs. So that was my 30s. And then came my 40s. There's another big change when I decided to come home for good here. So I shifted careers, I had a change of lifestyle, and then I took the responsibility of caring for my dad. So it was a complete change of everything. And good thing, I had those 20 years of research, sabi nga ni Carl Jung. Because yun nga, I learned how to be independent. I learned how to cook in Singapore. So I'm even thinking that the 40 is the new 20. Kasi when you're in your 20s, you just came out of school. So you have with you what you learned in school. But when in your 40s, you have with you what you learned in your 20s and 30s, and you have this half lifetime to look forward to. So what do you think? What are your thoughts about this quotation?
I think okay, yes. I agree. Similar to what Nina said, I went to Singapore. By the way, side note lang, we all met in Singapore. So doon kami lahat nagkita-kita. I moved to Singapore when I was in my mid-20s. So from there, nag-work ako sandali sa Manila. But alam mo yon, so konting research pa lang nagagawa ko about adulting. Kasi di ba, right out of college, medyo parang laro pa lang yung work. So I went to Singapore in my mid-20s, and it was exciting kasi first time ko yun na maging independent. Never ko na-experience na mag-dorm kahit nung nasa Pilipinas ako. So excited ako at the thought of, okay, ako lang mag-isa, even though my housemate ako. But everything, all the decisions would be on by myself. So that was exciting. And then, of course, there were a lot of travelings, a lot of alam mo yun, social activities. 30s were also like that. So similar to what happened to you, Tina, I think there were a lot of research that happened during my 20s and 30s. Hindi rin ako marunong magluto kasi sa Pinas, I was living with my mom, and of course siya yung nagluluto sa amin. So I had to learn that. Otherwise, lagi akong kakain sa labas, and we know it can be expensive sa Singapore, right? And sometimes parang nakakatuwa lang na makapagluto ka for yourself, right? So nag-start ako ng egg muna or magprito ng mga pork chop, ganyan. Then na-discover ko ang mamasita. So proud ako nung nakagawa ako ng kare-kare, yung mga gano'n, mga maliliit na milestone. Pero those were the little research, I think, that I was able to do in my 20s and 30s. And yeah, nadala ko siya in my 40s. At least ngayon, medyo mas confident na akong magluto or maglinis ng bahay or, to do adulting stuff. What about you, May and Bevs? What do you think about that?
I think you're right. I think when I was in my 20s, I was busy living life because I was like right after school, and then yung ambition driven pa, young professional, then you wanted to do something with your career, and all the first things happens in your 20s, right? First project, maybe first a serious relationship. So everything was just about experiencing things. But when I got into my 30s, that's when I was trying to get to know myself, I think. Because I remember I had 1 year of kind of dating myself. Like every Saturday, I'll bring myself out to lunch because I couldn't figure out if I was on my own and I was gonna take myself out for lunch, where would I go? Because at the time, I'm such a foodie. I wanted to try everything, but I couldn't figure out what my favorite food really was and what my favorite cuisine was.
And then research na yan.
I did that really for a year because like I really didn't know. I wanted to know because everybody keep asking you like what's your favorite food, and I'm such a foodie, and then I realized that over that 1 year, my comfort food and my go-to food every time may sweldo or every time I'd like a bonus or something would be Japanese food. I would go for, and then I realized, and prior to that, I thought that my favorite cuisine was Italian. Because I love pasta, I love cheese. I still love that. But then I found Japanese cuisine exciting because, I grew up in Philippines and I didn't experience Japanese cuisine much. So that's what I figured out. So I think in my 30s, I was discovering myself, what I wanted. Even even in terms of like what kind of friends I want. I have so many friends here and there because we all met in a church group, and we have different profile of friends, but which 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 circle of friends really fit me. If I was to surround myself with just a group of people, I had to figure that out in my 30s. And in my 40s, I know what I want. Yeah.
Good for you.
That's
Yeah.
really nice. That's a really good research, no?
Yeah, I think I think so. Think it
Yeah.
has to be purposeful. I think
Oo.
30s have to be purposeful. And then it's also a roller coaster because you have so many different emotions, which we can delve later.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So, si Bev, since you're still in your late 30s, I think you're still doing some more research and may
About
mga
to finish
tips
her
ka na from
research.
us.
About to
Yeah.
finish.
So ano ba yung mga research na ginagawa mo? And I guess because you have yet to get to that, 40s, di ba? What are your thoughts also in getting to that parang phase of your life? Meron ka bang na-imagine na pag 40 na ako, dapat ganito ako or ganyan ako?
Oh, well, being recently married, parang, meron na akong ini-envision for kung ano yung gagawin, parang kung ano yung magiging ako in the 40s and up. But, maybe I know that yung sinabi mo na up until now we're still doing research is, for example, aside sa sinabi niyo na yung, pagluluto, ganyan din ako, very
Pero
similar.
pareho tayo.
Hindi ako marunong magluto, so natuto ako magluto, and at the same time from 20s, natuto ako na kumain ng healthy, and then to do my exercise. And from, I think I started, going to the gym at the age of 29, parang gano'n. So up until before ako mag-asawa. And then, aside from that is yung research about finances. Before, I know na I've tried a lot of investments, and some of them ang dami-dami kong heartaches, like ang dami-dami kong failings, most especially during the pandemic. I remember I have an investment in the Philippines na sobrang, bigla na lang siyang naglaho. From sinabi niya na bibigyan niya, from sinabi nila na magiging lupa yung dapat kambing, naging lupa, and then ngayon feeling ko naging bula na siya.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Pero you
Masakit.
don't give up, You don't give up kasi hanggang ngayon nag-i-invest ka pa rin.
But yun nga, that's the research. So right now, I know na kung alin yung perfect for me. So
Mm.
yeah, so I'm looking forward for the coming years na mas mag-i-improve na siya. So yeah. So yun for me. And then also, research in, with friends, and also with my spiritual growth from 20s to 30s. So I think kung ano yung mga pinagdaanan ko from 20s, most especially during my 30s, dun ko, I think mas na-strengthen yung faith ko. And then I know that I can use it, most especially ngayon na married na ako, and we have such, challenges and trials na, having those na napagdaanan ko from my 20s and 30s, mas madali. Ewan ko, it's easier for me, yun. That's for me.
That's really nice. On a side note, I think na nasabi natin yung mga research or even mga friends, offline nagchichikahan community na in preparation of this podcast also, napag-usapan namin na pansin din namin na as we get to this age, parang lumiliit din yung social network. Right? And I think you mentioned ni May yan. Kasi I think, speaking for myself, when I was a lot younger, ang daming friends. Kasi parang I think I was more concerned, sige, friends, ganyan. Parang more about siguro yung quantity. And then as I get to know myself more, and kayo din, then you realize na, okay, ito pala yung tipo ng tao na mas magko-connect ako. And then I think naturally, natitrim down yung number and natitira yung talagang ka-vibes mo, I guess. Right? Ganun din ba sa inyo?
Yes. I
Yeah?
agree with that, oo. Na matitira talaga yung yung talagang ka-vibes mo.
Matirang matibay, ganon.
Yeah. It can be na nagiging content ka with the circle that you have or circles. But it can also be na yun nga, you don't have time for superficial friendships anymore. Or yung meron din naman na nawawala along the way, no? Especially when I came back here. Kasi nung umalis ako 10 years ago, and then when I came back, parang may kanya-kanya na silang buhay. And then, so naturally, yung iba nag-die down. So, ang nag-stick around lang, yung talagang siguro are here to stay. So,
Yeah.
nag-evolve ang friendships. How about you, May?
Ako kasi, I think it's several factors. Firstly, I wanted to experience things. Um, you wanna go to clubs, you wanna drink, but not everybody likes that.
Mm.
So you have a circle of friends who you enjoy going out with. I like to go cafe hopping, but not everybody is into that also. So you have another group of friends.
Mm.
But as I discover what I really want, like I also want to go hear live music because I really like music, right? But not all your friends would like that also. So iba-iba yung trip ng friends. So iba-iba din yung friends na sinasamahan mo if you wanted to experience some things. But because I'm still discovering what is for example, a perfect Friday for me, like what really makes me relax after a week of work, I was still discovering what that was for me or what a perfect weekend would be. Then at the time, you needed a lot of other friends, right? But then as I grow older, and then all these friends also move on with life, you adjust. Like I used to say this: if my friends get married, then I became good friends with their husband because you would have to be friends with them to see them, because they become a
Papagpaalam.
pair, right? So suddenly your secrets is not just accessible to Bevs, but it has to be accessible to Bevs and Spence because you move, you adjust with your friend situation, and then you know that there are friends that you cannot see as much because they have children. So but then as you grow older, you get more tired because you get older. So nagbabago din the personality. I think before you were a little bit more extroverted, then I think you become a little bit more
Mellow.
introverted, mellow, or ambivert. I think in my case, I thought I was an extrovert, only to realize that I'm not completely extroverted. I'm not completely introverted. I found out that I'm an ambivert. So that's also a self discovery. So what I needed for myself not to figure out ko along the way. So that I think that's how friendship evolves.
Mm, just like how you were, kasi na-mention mo na before
Yeah.
extroverted ka. So, did you notice changes like 10 years ago
Yeah.
in
It
your...
was more like, mas naintindihan ko yung sarili ko. Like, before, I would go to a big party. Then I thought like, I thought I was gonna have fun or like go to a club and then have fun. But then when I get there, so lang. And then only to realize that I actually prefer a smaller crowd and an odd number crowd because I needed which is really fun. I wanted to go with a group of threes or a group of five para they can talk while I take time to rest at some point in the gathering. And it took me a while to figure that preference out about and to learn that about myself. So yeah.
So that's now.
That's now. That's why now I tell my friends like uh I I prefer a small group. I prefer a cafe. I prefer live music. So I know what I prefer now. So I don't in that regard I have less wasted energy.
Yeah,
True,
that's
kasi
really
mapapagurin
Yeah.
tayo.
I know, right?
And I think siguro part of that is nag-change din tayo, right? So I really like what you
Ah,
said
true.
na we change, and then yung adjustment na sinasabi mo. There were things that we loved doing when we were a lot younger. It's not that
Yeah.
we were bad. I think there were things that I really enjoyed when I was younger, pero not so anymore now. So I think over time mag-change yun, and I think the activities that follow mag-change din, and siguro affected din yung mga tao na nakasama nung activities na yun, right?
Yeah.
I would go to clubs when I was a lot younger, but
Yeah.
now, hindi na talaga. So I guess I wouldn't go out as much sa mga sobrang
Yeah.
giving pera, just because na it's not the type of activity, I guess, na gusto ko ngayon. Mas gusto ko
Yes.
na tea or merienda. Ganon. So on our next question, it's really good to understand kung ano yung mga thoughts natin, and ano yung um, thoughts natin about getting into our 40s, and about doing some research in our 20s and 30s. For me, because tulad namin, you're already in your 40s, what were some of the biggest challenges na pinagdaanan mo when transitioning into your 40s, and how did you overcome them?
Actually, when I was in my 30s and then my 40th birthday was coming up, I was so scared because they say, oh, like they say, oh, life begins at 40, but at the same time I feel so old. The concept of 40s when I was younger was so far away, and then suddenly it's coming. So I was ready myself emotionally for something to happen, something big to happen, only to find out that nothing much did. It's true, like
Yeah.
suddenly I became 40, and then it was not so bad as when I was in my 39. In my 39 and in my 38. And then so it's not it was not dramatic transitioning from 30s to 40s. In fact, I find that I'm more emotionally stable in my 40s than when I was in my 30s. Because a lot of it has to do with insecurity, I think. Because when I was in my 30s, and my friends were also in their 30s, they were getting married here and there. I wanted to have kids, and uh, they were um they had kids at 30s. And then so I was questioning my life choices, like, why am I not married? Why don't I have kids? And then I couldn't have an answer. I couldn't have an answer, right? But surprisingly, when I became 40s, I I I didn't mind. It's not so dramatic to be single anyway. So I find that this is where I'm okay. Like
It's not so
Not
I
so
bad.
bad.
It's not
happy.
so
It's
bad
not so
after
bad.
all.
I'm happy. I wouldn't say my life isn't full. It's full in other ways. So I feel like I'm glad that was over. Going to weddings and then going to be grandmother and grandchildren, because I see them have their own life and I see myself having my own life, and it's equally satisfying in its own way. So yeah, I find that I'm glad. The 40 was supposed to be dramatic, but it wasn't. It was
Para pala
just smooth.
para pala siyang ano 'no, yung Y2K bug.
Yes, exactly. Something like
Yung parang
that.
everybody's just afraid of the Y2K bug, and
Parang
then what
end of the
happened?
world na. Oo.
Oh,
Ano ka ba?
yeah.
Ikaw ba yung tipong planner na, by 40 I should have this, I should have kids, I should have yung talagang
Yes.
tinututukan yung timeline?
Oh. I wanted to have a family when I was like in my 30s. In fact, I remember when I was in my 35 or 36, I was at another sister and I was crying to her because I said like I want to have children, but I don't have children, and I feel like a mother without a baby in her arms. And I was very, very desolate about that. About, oh, I'm nearing my 40, and they were saying, oh, um your clock is ticking, and that does not gonna happen. And then so I felt like at some point in my 30s, at the peak of it, um I was trying to ask myself, should I just let go of that dream, or is this one of those that dreams that's not gonna happen, that failed, or what was it about? And I cannot deny that it was a difficult experience. I cannot deny s- na it is a dream that maybe has passed. But I thought that I will be sad forever, but really not. But it's really not. Like it passes. But when you're there, you feel like, oh, the emotions are high, and then, but the Lord will have a way for you to see or accept what is handed to you, and then bear and become fruitful in other ways. So
Yeah.
I left my 30s not feeling like a failure, or I left it like I lived it well, kind of thing. So yeah, I'm nearing my 50s, but it's been fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Ikaw, Bevs, do you have anxieties over turning 40?
For me, wala akong maramdaman na anxiety, more on excitement. Kasi for me na alam mo yun, kakakasal lang. Parang for me, it's another chapter of my life. So
Uh-huh,
so parang yun yung start. So parang
Mhm.
you're looking forward for something na very different nung kung ano yung mga pinagdaanan ko before. So yun, for me, hindi siya hindi siya something na magkakaroon ako ng anxiety, but during my early 30s alam ko na ang dami-dami kong anxieties. In fact before the wedding, umiinom ako ng ano, ng, um,
Pill?
anong tawag dito, ng pill for anxiety. And sobrang nahihirapan akong makatulog, and I have a lot of palpitation to the point na yung ninang namin sa kasal, siya kasi doktor kasi yun, pupunta ako sa kanya, humihingi ako ng ano, ng gamot. But right now, I realize na after all those things and sa mga pinagdaanan namin, parang contented na ako. So, hindi na ako gano'n anxious sa lahat ng mga pinlano ko sa buhay. So, whatever the Lord, kung anong gawin ng Panginoon sa buhay namin, just go with the flow.
You know what? I realized at some point in my 40s that there were plans that I made that never happened, but there were a lot of things I didn't plan that happened.
I noticed that as opportunities come up in your 40s, you're more confident, you're more empowered to take them on. Kaya parang napansin ko kasi parang maraming opportunities now in my 40s. Like this
Mhm.
podcast. If Liv asked me to do this podcast 10 years ago, I wouldn't have done it kasi hindi ko ma-imagine magpa-podcast before. But now, dahil feeling ko kaya ko, so I'm doing this. So ano yung mga opportunities mo, May, in your 40s?
Because I was staying in a long-term job when I was in my 30s. All of my 30s, I was just in one company. And I was quite, I think it was my comfort zone. I was quite content. And then recently, a year ago, I changed company. And then while I was doing my resume, I realized I have done many things. I forgot that I did all these things, and that I actually really have a long career. And then I moved to another job and I realized, oh wait, I'm not done being ambitious. I still have something I wanted to do with my career that I didn't really think more deeply. So I thought I was going on retirement, but then when
Yeah.
I was moving jobs, I realized no, I'm not done. I'm not done dreaming. Uh, I'm not done with career. So so even if my current job is really like 10 times more difficult than my other job, I find myself like more persevering in a sense, more the more that it's difficult, the more that I'm stubbornly staying, because I realize I'm learning again. Uh it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. So, and it's nice to be intentional when it comes to uh knowledge, like what
Yeah.
do I want to be
This job.
like in this job, what I want to be in the next maybe 10 years before I retire. So yeah, I that's one, the opportunity to, and then it was also in my 40s that I traveled semi alone because I went to Bangkok, and then half of the travel, a part of it, I was alone, and I didn't think I could travel and in another country and be left there alone and enjoy myself. And I found myself wanting to go back because I think that was a good experience for me. Uh, so yun yung, those were the things that I had tried in my 40s because I was a scaredy cat. Those, and then, well, those are just a few.
That's a good learning, and I'm a fan of traveling alone. So good for you. I'm happy. Na-try mo
But
semi
then, like, I found out I still prefer to
semi.
travel with someone than to travel alone. I
Yeah,
just did
I mean,
it. I had fun, but I still prefer.
Yeah.
there are pros and cons. I had a
I
friend who
know.
wanted to try that also, and then we said, okay, stay ka ng ibang hotel para feeling mo mag-isa ka. But I'm in a next door hotel
That's so
if you feel
nice.
scared.
But it's good to try something new in your 40s, diba?
Yes.
Ikaw ba, Liv, meron kang ginawa first time in your 40s?
Relocate, getting married. First time.
You should only do that once.
Once lang. So yeah, so that's the big thing. Never ko pang nagawa. So yeah.
But we will have an episode dedicated for that.
I
Marriage
guess
Hindi ko
in
na
your
nagawa.
40s.
Hindi ko nagawa
right.
ang mag-travel alone.
Di pa, Bebs. Okay,
Oo,
try
hindi
mo.
nagawa.
Yes.
Parang hindi
Or,
ko kaya. Parang gusto ko na ng may kasama.
or pwedeng semi-alone. Spencer lang sa kabilang hotel.
Really,
Para,
yeah. It's really a self-discovery, I realize.
Siguro pagka nag-business trip siya, alone.
yeah, you can try that.
Mag-explore
Habang
ka.
nag-work siya, gumagala ka. Yeah.
Pwede. That can count. Kasi wala kang kasama physically. And speaking of travel, napansin ko na dahil nga 40s na, madaling mapagod in my
That's true,
40s.
that's true.
So before pag nagta-travel, di ba ang daming promo, pero mga red eye, yung tipong babalik ka ng Singapore, babalik ka ng madaling araw, and then you still have to wake up 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning to go to work. Ngayon hindi ko na kaya. Parang pag babalik ako, I need 1 day rest.
Yes.
So, pagod agad. So, ang tanong ko, what are the physical changes that you noticed?
Kasi when I hit my 40s, because I've always been sickly, right? I've had diabetes young and I had hypertension young. But when I turned 40s, it feels like medyo mas mahirap i-manage yung health.
Mm-hmm.
So I found that I have to be more conscious about my health. So I started I started exercising more, and I actually tried to lose weight when I was in my 40s. Kasi they say you have to prepare for when you get to your 50s and then menopause, right? And it's starting to become a reality in your 40s. Because like my emotions sometimes are haywire.
Yeah.
Especially
All over the
PMS. Sorry, excuse me for if there was any guys watching this, but like PMS was like a whole new level. Sometimes, yung anger mo is not commensurate sa nangyari.
Tell me about it.
You just watch a commercial and you're crying your eyes out, and then I'd wonder, I'm not like that. I'm not even emotional when it comes to commercials. Pero so those are the things that I have to deal with. I realize that there's a shift in hormones, and so therefore in emotions. So, and it's harder to lose weight, manage everything, because nararamdaman ko yung pagbagsak ng metabolism. So everything when it comes to health and fitness is extra hard. Parang there's a step up that needs to happen when it comes to that. So I guess you have to really start young, being healthy. Yeah,
Perimenopause is real.
Yes, it's very real.
Yeah. Yung metabolism, naririnig ko yan kay Liv, no? Liv.
Yes, oo. So, isa din yan sa Kasi I've always been skinny, pero ngayon hindi ko na pwedeng i-claim na skinny ako. And kailangan ko na i-accept, kailangan ko na i-let go yung maliliit kong damit kasi mukhang hindi na talaga babalik doon. But that's true. I mean, I could eat rice for merienda dati. Pero ngayon, bawas na yung rice pero ang hirap pa rin.
Pasta na lang.
Exactly.
Oo, pero alam mo yun, parang feeling ko talagang kinokontrol na samantalang when I was in my 20s, as in, walang diet at all. So ngayon, yeah, metabolism. So kailangan ng mas maraming effort to exercise. And of course, kailangan ng determination kasi mahirap din yun. Another thing na notice ko talaga is eyesight. I don't wear glasses and hindi pa ako nakapagpa-check recently pero I always believe lang na 20/20 pa rin ang vision ko pero minsan mukhang hindi na. So alam mo yun, parang napapagod na siya. Like in my Italian class, may projector. Sabi ko, parang malabo na siya. Inisip ko, sana may mag-comment na maliit masyado yung text. Na mauna sa akin. Kasi parang in denial pa ako na ang labo. Pero malabo na talaga. Tapos buti na lang may isang nagsabi sa professor na medyo maliit. Tapos nilakihan niya.
40. Must be 40.
Yes. Yan sabi ko, oh my goodness. Tapos iniisip ko, baka tired lang yung mata ko. Baka too much screen time na. So, yeah, I think yun yung biggest na parang change sa akin. Na gano'n.
Sa menu din, di ba? Kaya nga
Mm.
nung dati, nung nasa late 30s pa lang ako and yung mga kasama ko, co-workers ko, pag kumakain kami sa labas, 40 na yung isa, sinabihan niya talaga ako na, Tin, when you turn 40, ganito ka na rin. Yung nagsusuot siya ng salamin when she reads the menu. Kaya natandaan ko yun. Sabi ko, naku, 40. So pag may nakikita akong ganun, ay, 40. Pero nung 40 ako, hindi naman agad-agad. Pero drastic yung change niya over the last 2 years. Na parang ang hirap na magbasa ng hindi ko tatanggalin yung salamin ko. So iba na yung reading lens dapat. And I think, ewan ko kung naka-aggravate din yung COVID. Kasi nung COVID, di ba, parati tayo nasa screen. Parati, ewan ko kung if that has something to do with it. Pero totoo nga yan na when you hit 40, you would need reading glasses and all. Exciting, no, Bebs?
So sabihin ko pa naman, not to scare Bebs. Pero meron ka na bang parang nanonotice, although siguro it could be parang too early pa rin sa'yo, pero let's say, compared to 5 years ago, may mga physical changes ka
Oo
na ba na?
naman. Sobrang
Yeah?
dami na, sobrang dami. Actually, yung most especially yung sinabi mo yung metabolism, ang slow na ng metabolism ko. Sobrang na-notice ko yun kasi last year, wala akong masyadong exercise. And ngayon na as we are planning to get pregnant, kailangan bumalik yung weight ko and nadagdagan siya. So ngayon sabi ko, ay madali lang 'tong bawasan kasi alam ko from the previous years, ang bilis-bilis lang. Grabe sobrang hirap, sobrang effort sa'kin ng ang magbawas ng 1 kilo. Tapos hindi na ako kumakain ng rice pero nadadagdagan pa din. Pero yun, gano'n talaga effort lang.
Oo nga, hindi ka na skinny,
Hindi
Bebs.
na ako
No, may
skinny.
laman na.
Ang dami kong damit na pinamigay sa kapatid ko kasi yung girlfriend niya skinny. So binibigay ko na yung mga damit. Tapos yung iba tinatago ko pa for the hope na sana masuot ko pa, pero feeling ko hindi na, eh.
Oo. Si Bebs pa naman yung pagtitignan mo dati, di ba? Parang hindi magbabago tong figure
Oo.
na to.
Correct. Yeah.
Hindi,
So ako, Bebs,
hindi.
matagal akong in denial, pero eventually kailangan ko i-let go yung mga damit na yon.
Alam mo,
Ako
may
ine-empake
advantage
ko na.
din.
Ano yun, May? Sige.
May advantage din na simula bata ako, mataba na ako. So, parang I don't, I mean, there was a point in my life na payat ako pero hindi ko siya mas maalala as mas compared sa mas naaalala ko yung sarili ko na overweight. But what's funny is I was very, very insecure in my 30s. Pero ngayon, in my 40s, hindi ako ganun ka-insecure. Kumbaga, kung papipilian mo ako, saan ako mas feeling na mas maganda, I would pick this in my 40s. I was pondering about that because of this podcast, why I feel that way. And I think it has something to do with when you reach this age, you don't really care so much about other people's opinion. And then you realize that, every girl goes through this problem. So, pare-pareho lang naman pala yung problema natin. So I feel like it's a beautiful decade kasi hindi ka masyadong bounded sa, and I'm so interested to know about Pevs kasi she's going to her 40s, so and then she just recently gained weight. Pero compared to like nung skinny siya and then now how she feels.
Well, kasi ang tawag dito, pinag-uusapan nga namin yan ni Spence. I realized na kahit na tumataba ako, parang I feel contented. Kasi kasabay mo
Diba?
siyang kumain. Kasi alam mo yun, parang wala ka na ring kailangan pa-impressan pa. So, you accept yourself, alam mo yun, na-accept niyo na yung isa't isa kasi wala na tayong magagawa, kasal na tayo.
Yeah, as long as you're healthy, no?
Oo,
For
oo,
sure.
yeah. And ako naman kasi yung reason why gusto ko lang naman mag-lose ng konting weight is that, yun nga, in preparation for pregnancy. But the rest, parang okey lang sa'kin kahit bumili na ako ng medium size na damit.
True.
Yeah, pero totoo yun, May, no? Yung you're less conscious now, you're more confident. Kasi
Yeah.
pag nagka-pimple ako, it doesn't matter. Dati kasi parang pag nagka-pimple, oh no, how do I cover this? Ngayon pag nagka-pimple, okay lang. Parang hindi
Yeah.
ko na masyado iniinda, nagka-peklat ako, okay lang din.
Parang when you're in your 40s, you're more confident to be seen ugly in public. Which is sabi ko, yes, parang, di ba? Parang I don't care. Dati, siguro when I was younger, na magbibihis ka ng maayos, siguro mag-makeup ka ng konti, or mag-ayos ka ng hair just to go to the grocery, just to go to cold storage or Sheng Siong. But now, parang as is na, kasi grocery lang naman yun, sino makakita sa akin. Or even if they see me, parang kiber na. And I think yung COVID nakatulong kasi di ba we were
Oh, yeah. Nasanay tayo
mask.
na walang
Oo, na
makeup
parang,
and
as in bare
ako.
talaga kasi covered naman. And komportable, di ba? It was so much more comfortable na hindi mag-spend ng so much time fixing yourself.
Yeah, ako rin dati hindi ako makalabas ng bahay ng walang makeup. And I want to ask May kasi si May ang ating makeup guru. Did it change? The way you put on makeup, your attitude towards makeup?
Yes. Kasi as I grow older, I put less makeup. Which is so funny. Like, I don't really wear foundation now as much as when I was in my 20s and my 30s. And then I wear heavy makeups when I was in my 20s and 30s. Pero ngayon, hindi na masyado. I barely put eyeshadows. And then I had to even ask myself, because I did consider being makeup artist as a second career, diba? So I was asking myself why I changed. And then, yun nga, self-discovery. I discovered that it was artistic. It's one of my artistic outlets. So I prefer putting makeup on other people and then just experimenting on makeups on myself. But if you ask me, hindi ganun ka-heavy yung preference ko. So I discovered that about myself. Kasi akala ko kasi ako yung may gusto talaga na ano. So yun yung isa. Then secondly, in terms of like grooming, I thought I would be bothered with white hair so much. But actually, mas nauunang nababother yung mga tao around me na magpakulay na ako ng buhok kesa ako. when it goes, parang, oh, okay, may white hair ako, dumadami na siya. But then, pag tinatamad ako, I don't go and have it colored. And that's so funny because akala ko it would bother me a lot. But apparently, pag may special occasions lang, hindi pala masyado.
Yung white hair, grabe, nung una ko nakakita ng white hair sa buhok ko, na-stress ako buong araw.
Kailan?
Ito na yan eh.
Last
Ito na,
year.
40s na yan eh.
Last year, may nakita ko, sabi ko, kailangan ko 'tong tanggalin.
Tinanggal mo.
Tinanggal ko, dumami. Naging 6.
And then,
Hinayaan mo talaga.
hinayaan mo na lang.
Hinayaan ko na lang. At saka
Hayaan mo.
napapansin ko ngayon na malapit na akong mag-40, mabilis talaga akong mapagod na. Parang meron akong goal na matulog ng dapat 10, nasa bed na ako. Para 11,
Oo.
matutulog na ako. Parang gano'n. And then nabasa ko, dahil 'di ba nga sabi mo, research yung yung years before 40. Nabasa ko na na yung mga girls, 'di ba sabi nila 8 hours of sleep yung kailangan. para lang pala yun sa men. Yung girls daw mas mahaba, nasa 10 hours. Tapos depende pa pagka nasa ano tayo, nasa menstruation time. So yun,
Mm.
parang sabi ko, "Ha, kailangan ko pa na mas mahaba kaya
Kaya
pala ganito."
mo? Kaya
O
mo 10 hours?
hanggang 9 lang.
Hindi ko kaya hanggang 6 lang ako, eh. Ewan ko tumatanda na kasi ako, eh. Kayo, May and Liv, ilang hours ang yung satisfying sleep?
I think sa
Ah,
akin okay ng 8. Parang
8
siguro 9 and 10 kapag sobrang
pag
pagod or not
Tama.
feeling well. But generally, I think nasa 6 to 7 din ako. Oo, siguro matanda
ako
na.
6, 6,
Ikaw,
5 to
May?
6.
ako naman nung bata ako, kaya kong magpuyat.
Hmm.
I can survive with 4 hours of sleep or 5 hours of sleep. Pero ngayon, hirap ako if I don't get 8 hours. Averaging ng mga 7 to 8 kasi ako pagka weekdays eh. But
Hmm.
weekends, I sleep like 10 to 12 hours talaga.
So
For,
you're in bed 10, gano'n? 10 to 6?
11 to 7 usually.
Hmm,
So, um, I need that much sleep to be not cranky.
true.
So, and then with other conditions, 'di ba? Depende nga yun, sabi nga ni Bev, depende when I have found myself being anemic uh, in my 40s eh. So, every time, yeah, na bumabagsak yung dugo ko, then I need more rest.
Yeah, pero it wasn't so before, 'di ba? It wasn't like
No,
that
yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Kasi 'pag lalo na gumigimik ka siguro. Kasi dati
Oo.
naalala ko gigimik, uwi ka ng 12, 1 or 2
Yeah,
and then papasok
too.
ka the next day.
Yeah, oo. Kaya ko 'yun nung bata ako. Pero ngayon nag-40s, yun nga, may mga conditions na nagbago in terms of your health. So I think sa babae, ano talaga ito yung isa sa mga I think we need to prepare when you get to 40s kasi pababayaran mo talaga lahat ng ginawa mo when you're younger in terms of like health. Lahat ng pagpupuyat mo when you're younger, lahat ng hindi mo pagkain ng healthy, talagang may balik siya in your 40s. So, hindi naman sa nananakot ako, but it's reality for us women. It's a reality. Yung mga, in terms of like, ano na lang eh, love handles eh, mararamdaman na siya.
Parang
Or
mas
in the
mas
wrong,
naging
yeah,
importante yung sleep.
wrong, hindi mo pag-exercise early or in your 40s mas makikita mo yung result. So I guess there are some things I had to pay for. Yeah.
Sa mga listeners natin na young pa, take note.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
Makinig sa mga tita. Pero right now, even yung sleep, right? Kasi before, hindi naman talaga ako nagbibilang ng oras. Pero even at home, halimbawa kami ni Arigo, we would watch a movie, halimbawa kung weekend. Tapos mag-uusap kami ng what time do we watch the movie? Pag sinabi ko after dinner, siguro mga 9 o'clock. Tapos sabi niya, 9 o'clock, then 2 hour movie.
Matatapos.
Too late na. Hindi natin matatapos yan. To think na nasa bahay lang naman kami. Pero I mean, ganung conversation na parang if we have to watch a movie, it has to be earlier than
Yeah,
that.
earlier.
Kasi matutulog kami
Yeah,
para
yeah.
gano'n. Parang, oh my God, matanda na talaga tayo.
And it's okay, no? Napansin ko na even if you plan, kunyari, early movies or yung planning mo nagiging limited na yung oras, 'di ba? And I feel na being in our 40s, parang okay lang. Parang nabawasan or nawala yung pagka-FOMO. Ganun din ba yung feeling niyo? Yung parang I wanna stay home, I don't go out much anymore, especially dito dahil I don't drive naman. Tas ang hirap-hirap mag-commute dito sa Pilipinas. Parang okay lang na yun nga, if I miss out on K-dramas, hindi na rin ako masyadong nanonood, hindi na ako nagbi-binge sa K-dramas. Ganun din ba ang feeling niyo na it's okay to miss out on a lot of stuff going around?
Ako wala akong masyado din, hindi rin ako alam mo yun, hindi ko na rin pinapansin kung ano yung latest ganyan. Parang like for example yung late sa K-drama hindi na rin ako
Mm.
masyadong parang for me, mas contented ako sa bahay lang. Mas gusto kong pinapanood actually yung mga naglilinis.
Kala ko
Yung
mas gusto mo pinapanood si Spencer.
hindi, yung mga
Marie Kondo,
naglilinis.
mga ganyan.
Oo, yung may ano yun? ASMR.
Yes, oo.
Basta
Wait, anong
yung
ASMR? Sorry, hindi ko alam yan. Nakikita ko yan pero I haven't bothered looking up the meaning. Anong
yun
ASMR?
yung audio, yung para siyang yung sounds lang siya,
Ah,
tapos yung
okay.
visuals, parang gano'n. Pero
Like
ano,
if it's
more on
crunchy, the sound.
oo, parang mas, gusto kong pinapanood yung nagluluto kaysa sa yung ano, kung ano yung trend ngayon. Oh, sobrang nag-iba na. Lalo na ngayon na pa-14
Ako, I think that's a biggest change for me. Kasi nga, ano, very, very active ang social life ko, di ba?
Yeah. Mm.
Oo. And in fact, kahit tanong mo yung mommy ko, kahit naman nandito yun sa Pinas, lagi yang wala. I mean, she would vouch that it's true. Because every time na meron akong laging plano kapag meron akong weekend, ganyan. Kasi ang dami kong gustong gawin. Ang dami kong gustong makita. So, laging full yung ano. So, actually, the pandemic was hard for me. Because prior to pandemic, every Friday I'm really out with my friends. Saturday I'm out with my friends. Sunday I usually stay and rest. But that's a lifestyle for so many years, and then the pandemic happened. So it was really very difficult for me to adjust. Being away from family, being away from friends. But then I realized na nababago din mababago mo din pala yung sarili mo, and then you start discovering other things. I started discovering other things about myself. I had more time for hobbies, which I also enjoy. So there are many things that I can do that makes me personally happy. And then so I think in my 40s, I'm preparing for my 50s. Parang the Lord's preparing me for my 50s where I'm settling down. Kasi the concept of settling down is only like sometimes used for married people. But there's actually also a settling down that's happening to single women also. So when we settle down and become homemakers for ourselves. So I think andun ako sa phase na ganon, because I don't enjoy cooking as much as you guys do, but I cook healthy for myself. And I don't find it as annoying as when I was in my 30s. So and then I found exercising on my own as equally fulfilling as when I go to the gym. So there's also a love of shift. Like I started liking yoga in my 40s, and all those meditative exercises, compared to like a lot of boxing or a lot of Zumba when I was in my 30s. So there's a shift that happens.
May and Bevs, were there things that you parang paid more attention to when you were in your early 30s, or let's say 10 years ago, that you realize now is not so important pala?
ako maybe ano, yung mga mabababaw na bagay. Like kunyari yung trend sa damit, ganyan. Tapos yung mga maliliit na bagay sa pambahay na na-realize ko hindi naman kailangan. Tapos yung mga material na bagay. Kasi for
Oo.
me, yung nung 30s, nakita ko na very beneficial for me is yun ngang exercise and eating healthy. Pero yung mga bagay na, material, yung damit, ngayon na-realize ko hindi na. Kasi parang ngayon tinatanggal ko na rin naman lahat. So, that's for me, yun yeah, yun lang so
So
far.
parang naging minimalist ka, gano'n?
Oo, naging
Tama ba?
gano'n, parang naging gano'n. Most especially nung ano, pandemic kasi 'di ba parang puro pambahay lang naman yung suot natin. So yun, actually yun ang turning point ng lahat ng bagay. Tas more on savings ka na lang, ganyan.
Okay, gano'n ka rin ba, May?
Actually, nahirapan ako sagutin yung tanong na yan. Kasi parang wala akong maisip. Kasi parang meron ba akong kasi like yung mga bagay na na binigyan ko ng like example, makeup. Sobrang na-obsess ako sa makeups eh. Parang every time may sweldo ako, laki ng nababudget ko for makeups. But hindi ko din naman siya pinagsisisihan kasi like, I did get a lot and made people happy with it also. So, yung mga ganun, I guess parang wala akong
Not so much on regret siguro kasi I think these are things that we enjoy din naman like si Bevs. I'm sure in-enjoy mo yung mga binili mong maliliit na bagay at that time. It's just that now siguro like would you buy those things still, Bevs, o hindi na?
Yeah, hindi na. Hindi na
Oo.
talaga. Parang nag-iba na yung priorities.
Oo, gano'n. So with you, May, kasi we know of course na talagang talented ka rin sa makeup. That's something that you still enjoy now. Tama ba?
Siguro hindi, mas naiisip ko yung mga things na hindi ko nabigay sa sarili ko
Before.
in my 30s. Yeah, I think that question is kung sa akin is a reverse eh. Sana ano yung naibigay ko sa sarili ko in my 30s. Sana that I would have enjoyed. Like, I guess for me, I would travel a little bit more. Because I think hindi ko na siya kayang gawin masyado ngayon or in the future. So, yun yung mga, and then I keep holding out for like, I don't want to go to Europe because I want that for my honeymoon. Or I wanted to go Holy Land because I wanted that to be with someone special. And then, so I guess, kung meron man, I would tell my younger self that, do it.
YOLO
Do
dapat.
it.
YOLO.
Oo. Hindi, I used to, and then the pandemic happened, right? And then you realize, I should have traveled before that pandemic because now it's a little bit more difficult. And then nabago yung concept ng traveling after the pandemic. So, mas dun ako in terms of this question. Yeah.
May additional pala ako for me, yung siguro yung mga bagay na binibili ko before, like yung mga products. Parang ngayon kasi more on earth friendly yung mga gusto kong bilhin. Like for
True.
example sa paglalaba and sustainable. Kasi na-realize ko if magkakaroon kami ng anak, parang kawawa naman siya na yung earth na makikita niya parang ano na, sobrang kakaiba na yung surroundings. So ngayon mas pinipili ko na yung earth friendly, yung plant-based ganyan. So yun yung dapat sana ginawa ko dati pa. At saka beneficial din yun sa body.
Ako yun, pareho kami. I wish I had been more health conscious. Mas to eat healthier. Kasi hindi mo na ma-recover yun eh. Those are the things that you cannot really go back. And then it accumulates to pagbabayaran mo in your 40s and 50s.
But now naman, May, di ba, you're being good to your exercise routines,
as much as I can, yes. Pero, yeah, it's a little bit more challenging nowadays. Because I'm older, my conditions are not good. I mean, it's not better because it's a progressive disease, diabetes, diba? So it's not, and your body isn't younger. So you can't really picture it.
You cook na, no?
Yeah, I cook. I cook very basic. I still don't enjoy cooking.
But that's an improvement pa din, diba? I mean, you try. Pero, speaking of health, nung Feb, nagpa-blood works ako. It's the first time that I saw my cholesterol slightly elevated. So, naisip ko, sabi ko, mataas na yung cholesterol ko. Ano kaya pwede kong gawin? Ginawa ko, I didn't order. Since then, I didn't order outside food. Walang delivery, walang kain sa labas. Hindi ko parang wala eh. Until recently lang kasi napilitan na lang ako. And nagpa-blood works ulit ako. Normal na. Maganda na yung results. So talagang nakakatulong yung home cooked meals. Kasi alam mo kung ano yung nandun eh. Kasi outside food, even if it's masarap, and all, hindi mo alam kung ano yung gaano kadaming sodium and sugar that are in it. So, share ko lang na yung benefits, madaming benefits ang cooking your own food.
Eventually, I have to do it, right?
Yeah.
Because when you retire, thus you stay home, then that's why I'm doing it.
Babies, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
the
why I'm
important
doing it.
thing is that you're taking steps into taking
Yes.
care of your health.
At this age, even late 30s, how do you guys maintain yung work-life parang balance? I think very important yun ngayon, di ba? So very busy tayo sa work and all the other activities, responsibilities. Pero tinatry pa ba nating balansehin yun? And how do we do that?
Yeah. May, how's your current work? Na-mention mo, stressed ka.
Yes, stress ako. So work-life balance, hindi masyadong balance. Kasi I at the moment, nasa peak ng yung project namin is at the peak. But what I realize is I'm so busy. There are just there are very few hours that I really have to look after myself. But I realize in my 40s, I have to be kind to myself. Sometimes kasi nape-pressure ko, like, I don't have enough time for friends. So when they ask me out, I have to accommodate them because they're my friends. They're my closest friends. But at this point, I have learned to say no and just explain. I can't. I need rest. I'm just being honest. I need rest. If there's a gathering, I have to go, even if it was in the community. If I really have to prioritize myself, I would. Before, medyo pleaser pa eh. Okay, I wanna be there for my friend or ganyan. But then now I'm more honest. I can't. So I would stay. And then there are days when I just want my rest to be extra nice. So I have to do something about that. Get a massage, maybe on a long weekend instead of going out. I did it several times. I went on a hotel and then slept there because I feel like I have to treat myself better. So I at my 40s I do because that's something we can do at 40s. We couldn't do that to ourselves when we were younger and struggling so much, right? But now that we can, then we have to be really kind to ourselves.
Yeah, you can say that the boundaries that we have are getting more defined in our 40s.
Yes. Yeah, true. That's the word.
So, Babs, how do you maintain your work-life balance?
My work.
Housework.
Housework. No, dahil nga currently wala akong work. So, well, feeling ko naman sobrang maintain siya. Sobrang maintain. And then kasi well, from the
Even
beginning,
before, when you were working, kasi busy din yung schedule mo dati, right?
well, yeah. Before kasi very, very busy. Pero I make it to the point na meron akong time for the community. Kasi yun yung parang pan-distress. So yeah. Pero ngayon, very, sobrang maluwag lang yung schedule ko.
That's
And
nice.
then,
Marami kang rest, like what May said.
oo. Maraming rest. Pero although as I said, nagte-trading ako. So hanggang kasi yung trading 24 hours. So may mga times na bubuksan ko siya kahit na mga 9 ganyan. Although in the morning, meron kasi siyang timing eh. Parang yung morning for New Zealand and Australia dito sa Pilipinas, sa Singapore yung time. And then 3 p.m. and then 9 p.m. So yun. Yun lang yung very active ako. And the rest, magluluto, maglilinis ng bahay. Ganyan.
Do you have money goals when you approach 40s?
Oo, meron. Yung, lalo na ngayon, nakadefine siya kung ilang percent dapat yung magigain ko for this month or for the whole year, parang ganon. So yeah. Meron
Wow, buti.
before dahil nga sa mga mali kong ginawa from my 30s. So, natutunan ko na siya. So, ngayon meron akong goal and then, yeah, kailangan gawan ng aksyon.
Oh, ang gandang learnings yan, Ang gandang research yung sa kaperahan ni Bebs. Ikaw, May, meron ka bang money goals before you reach 40? Kasi iba, di ba, I must have this much money in my account or this much investments when I reach 40. Ako kasi wala eh. I just save for the sake of saving, pero wala akong ganung goals.
Ako din parang ganyan din eh. Nagsisave lang, ganyan. Tapos nag-i-insurance lang, pero hindi talaga like, kasi hindi ako magaling sa business eh. Or alam ko yan from the start eh. Talagang employee ako eh. Wala pa akong business na nagawa na talagang passion ko or talagang nagustuhan ko or na-interest ko. So, I'm still looking for that business na that could be my retirement kasi alam ko na ayoko mag-retire nang wala akong plano para sa kung ano yung gagawin ko. So, I'm still researching on that. So, mostly, low risk, insurance, yan, savings, ganun lang.
Walang stocks.
So, I have to, wala pa, nagsisimula pa lang ako.
Tuturuan ka ni Bebs.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Si Bebs parang nagtitwinkle yung eyes.
But I've always wanted to go stocks. Kasi if there's something I realized, ayokong maghawak ng tao pag nag-retire na ako. Ako na lang yung hahawakan ko. Kasi feeling ko na stressful maghawak ng tao. So I'm looking for a business na na katulad niyan. Yung ako lang. So wala rin ako masyadong madi-disappoint kapag gano'n. So,
I know what you mean.
yeah.
Ikaw, Liv, meron ka ba nun?
Meron ako. I think when we were talking about yung planning na by your 40s, not so much na dapat may family or ganyan may anak, pero I was thinking about money. Kasi niisip ko, especially my 30s, I was single, parang kailangan ko i-prepare ang life ko na solo, na potentially alone. So, kailangan may pera ako. So, yeah. So, may ganun ako na parang by this time, dapat nandito na yung savings ko and then mag-increase ng this time. But hindi kasi ako, nandun ako sa low risk type ng investment. So, magpapaturo ako sa iyo, Bebs, kung paano yan. Trading na yan. So, more on, sa bank lang talaga savings, property, ganon. So, hindi ako masyado matapang, I guess, para mag-take ng mga risk. Kasi isip ko, konti na nga lang, paano kung biglang mawala? Like yung nangyari kay Bebs. So, I guess hindi ganun kalakas ang loob ko when it comes to that. Medyo traditional way of savings pa lang.
Yeah, we might have an episode for that, no? No, Liv.
Kasi I want to learn eh. we will do that.
How to be financially free in your 40s. So watch out for it.
Knowing what we know now based on our research and experiences natin, is there anything that we would have done differently? Like for example, ako siguro, I would have spent more time learning more about sa ganyang investments. Kasi kiber talaga ako sa kanya dati. Pero mukhang it's becoming parang bigger and bigger now, di ba? Ang dami ng ganyan mga investments, stocks. So siguro I would have taken the time to pay a little bit more attention to that dati.
For me, I think since in lingkod, 'di ba? Ang lingkod merong state of life discernment. And then nung na-identify ko na kung ano yung gusto ko talaga, kung ano yung state of life ko, I realized hindi pala ako nag-research kung ano ba yung in-depth na research about it. Like for example, yung structure ng woman, parang gano'n, yung kung ano ba dapat kailangan kong i-prepare, ano ba kailangan kong i-check, which is ngayon ko palang chine-check, yung parang gano'n. So, I think more on kung meron kang na-set na goal, mas maganda na meron ka talagang in-depth na na research about it. So yun, ang hirap ma-explain in details.
In preparation, it link ba yan to being a married woman?
Oo.
Okay. Okay. That's nice. How about you, May? May ganun ka ba? Or parang all those experiences are important naman for.
I think I would live a different life in terms of health. I wish I had more. I wish I because I don't love exercising. I've done it. I really don't like it. It's a struggle for me. Parang it's like a battle. Oh, let's do a 30 minutes yoga, but every time it does happen and the set my mind mo, it's always a struggle to like do it, do it, do it. If may babaguhin ako, I would train myself to love it. I would train myself to love exercising. I would train myself to love cooking because I need to be healthy. Because I feel like if you're healthy longer, mag-iiba yung buong buhay mo. Mas may ma-achieve ka na iba. Hindi, so I guess 40s is a struggle kasi the metabolism goes down. So if the things that I know now, I would tell my 20-year-old, oh, go to the gym and then gym regularly. Bawasan mo yung need mo for other things, and then ito yung bigyan mo ng concentration. And it's kasi nung bata ka, madali lang magpapayat, mag-yo-yo sa weight. So I think I would push myself to do that.
Iniisip ko, sabi ko, ano nga ba sagot ko dyan? Pero naisip ko, I should have paid more attention to my state of life. Naging complacent din ako and naging passive din ako for many years about it. Kaya siguro, yun siguro yung may isip ko na I should have known na single pa din ako at this age. Sana may ginawa ako. Sana I should have done something about it in my 30s.
Sometimes we think that we have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
Parang we are enjoying life so much na marami pang time. And then you get to the point na parang, oops, midlife na pala ito. Feeling ko minsan I'm still in my 20s pero hindi pala. Ganon.
That's an exciting episode, no? We're gonna talk about dating in your 40s for all the single people out there. Watch out for it.
Yeah. If there are listeners sa audience natin who are kind of approaching their 40s, who are a little bit apprehensive or siguro may anxiety, and the advice that you would like to share with them?
Siguro ako mauuna kasi ako yung nauna na crossover eh. It's gonna be okay. That's the first thing I was gonna say. Secondly, it's not so dramatic. There is no dramatic changes. If not, it's very slow. So you will get there slowly. So nothing much to it. Then third, it's actually more stable in 40s than in 30s emotionally. Kasi nga, you know yourself, you know I hope that you're crossing this over with love of self. Because I think that's one of the things that's very important. Na dala-dala mo yung knowledge mo about yourself. So you're more confident, you're more assured. And then because this is a stable life, you can really have time for more spiritual things. I think because you're more, you have more wisdom, you're more into your inner peace. Mm-hmm. Then there's more fruitful endeavors to seeking God. Because you will, there is greater revelations the Lord will tell you about why you're still single in your 40s. And then if you allow the Lord, He will give you peace. That where you are at is where you bear the most fruit. So yeah.
Yes. Words of wisdom from a 40-something.
Yes. Nearing 50 soon. In a couple of years.
Not so soon.
Hindi pa May.
Enjoy. But yeah, this is really a good time for self-reflection.
Yeah.
I finally need that out now.
Right. Since you're probably on the same journey as them, anything that you want to share since yun nga, you will be getting there in a few years.
Well, for me, ang advice ko sa lahat, advice sa lahat, huwag kayong
Oo.
ma-pressure. I don't think na kailangan nating ma-pressure kung mare-reach natin kasi feeling ko it's just a number. And kung kunyari hindi mo pa nare-reach yung gusto mong mangyari sa buhay at this point, hindi mo kailangang, matakot or maging anxious kasi sabi nga ni Isa Calzado, kayong dalawa lang ni God yung nagra-write ng buhay mo, hindi sila. So, hayaan mo sila kung ano yung sabihin sa'yo. And just do whatever will make you happy at saka, continue to alam mo yun, yung hone your relationship with the Lord. Sobrang importante siya na habang tumatanda ka mare-realize mo kailangan talaga siya. So that's for me. And ang advice ko dun sa mga, ano yun, nakapag-state of life na or still waiting, marry the right person. Kasi yun yung that's the biggest life hack.
Wait for the right person to
Yeah,
marry. Right.
wait for the right person.
Ikaw, Tina, na anything that you want to share sa
Yeah, I think the anxiety is coming from that feeling that you have nothing to show. Nothing to show at 40. Yung kinakabahan na ako, I don't have a boyfriend yet, I don't have a family yet, or I don't have kids yet at 40, parang ang tanda ko na, or I'm not yet at the top of my career. I think that's where the anxiety is coming from. And I would say na each of us has a different timeline. So just look at your own goals and don't be pressured by other people's timelines dahil iba-iba tayong journeys. And as what May said, it's good to be in your 40s, because you're more confident in your own skin, you're more empowered, and you're more relaxed. So you're not too bothered by other people, by what other people say na hindi naman importante. So yeah, it's just a number, and it definitely gets better, like
Yeah.
fine wine.
Yes,
Yeah,
easy
fine
like fine wine. And yeah, it's not bad at all. And I think same with what you said, na everyone has their own timeline. I think that's really important is parang to get to know yourself, what you really want. I think speaking for myself, yung mga trials and errors, yung mga errors ng 20s and 30s are also because hindi pa ganun kaklaro what I really wanted, right? So I choose some kind of print para sa dress kasi hindi pa ako sure sa alam mo yung gusto ko talaga. But after 5 months, parang ang pangit pala. Parang hindi ko pala bet yung ganung design. So parang try to spend the time to get to know yourself. Success is different for each person. Siguro for one person, that means climbing up the corporate ladder. For one person, it's about getting married or having kids. But for another person, it could be different. So as long as we know what that is for us, I think that would really help a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And to accompany you in your journey, join us twice a month here at Merienda Therapy Podcast. Yon, kami ang sagot. Isa sa mga sagot sa anxiety.
Yeah.
Believe.
And thank you, May and Bevs, for being our very first guest. The first episode ng ating Merienda Therapy.
Thank you for inviting us.
Naitawid
so-
natin.
Enjoyed
Yes.
myself.
Yeah.
It's been a really, really good chikahan over merienda. So thank you. We enjoyed it a lot.
Thank
Sa mga
you.
listeners natin, I hope nakakuha kayo ng konting parang tips ba and some, I guess,
Life
learn-
hacks.
life hacks sa amin na lumagpas na ng 40s and, with Bevs who's on the way there na if there are other topics that you want us to cover, let us know. But may mga nakapila na kami na mga exciting episodes. So, yeah.
Follow us on Apple, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. And you can watch us on YouTube also.
Thanks again for joining our first ever Merienda Therapy. Thanks, everyone.
Until
Bye.
next time. Thank you, May and Bebs.
Bye.
Thank you for listening, mga kamerienda. We hope you found our conversation insightful and valuable. We'd like to remind you that we are not licensed therapists.
If you're experiencing serious anxiety or depression, we urge you to seek professional support. The hashtag Mental Health PH link is in the show notes to help you search for a suitable service provider. Your well-being matters to us.